Here are 7 of the best independent homeschool curriculum options. Stick around and I'll tell you the good, the not so good, and the awesome of all of them. In case you don't know, independent learning is usually online school, but not always. It's where busy parents don't have to try and teach and plan and handle life all at the same time. So let's start with easy peasy all-in-one. Now, if you've ever worried that you're going to mess up homeschooling, then easy peasy is for you. It's free, it's Christian, and it's totally online. It covers all of the core subjects, including Bible, from preschool through to 8th grade on their initial website, and then on they've got a high school website. They even have some electives as well, and all of the material are free from online sources. Your kids can even listen to a lot of the audiobooks for free on YouTube. But if you want the physical workbooks and you want your child to actually sit down and do something physical, you can actually buy them from Amazon, which is pretty cool. The actual easy peasy workbooks. These workbooks are good if you don't want to have to be constantly printing out the assignments and giving it to your children. It's just there, easy peasy. And when you're done with the lesson, you can just press complete and everything is recorded in My EP Assignments, which is their free tracking tool. Not bad for free. And don't forget, all of the curriculum we'll talk about today are linked down below for easy access. Easy peasy does also have some real life science experiments, but they will need your supervision as a parent to keep the Coke bottles from exploding or the eggs off the ceiling. It's also theme-based, which means your children can study the same subjects at the same time at their level. You just have to make sure the kids aren't playing Minecraft though. It's not totally automated. It won't do everything for you. For example, it won't track everything and it won't grade your children and it won't cook dinner for you either. But it's not bad for free. If you prefer, however, a more formal one, meet BJU Press. It's Christian, it's online, and it has teacher-led video lessons. Very independent learning. It automates administrative tasks like scheduling for the week, the year, or the day. You can plan ahead for holidays or click on the catch-up lessons. And it recalculates everything. If only we could do that for sleep. And you can skip, add, or repeat lessons as needed. I do this a lot with my son, and very, very occasionally we will repeat a lesson if he needs to work on that more. And so I love that you can keep going back and forth as needed. And even if you aren't using BJU Press, you can use their free scheduler, the Homeschool Hub, with other curriculum that you have. So it's a very handy tool. The lessons come either on DVD or on online platforms. This means your kids will love to study if they're, for example, on a road trip. It works with smartphones and tablets too. And the focus is on interactive learning and creative problem solving. The Bible is central to everything in BJU curriculum. Creation, the fall, redemption, they're applied to all of the subjects that children learn. I was listening to my son, we use BJU Press, I love it, and the math teacher was giving her testimony in the curriculum lesson, and I just loved that. The only thing that maybe is not so great with BJU Press is that you will have to grade the tests and the quizzes yourself, as that's not automatically done until 5th grade. But this isn't a big issue at all. I do that with my son and it takes me, it's very, very quick. BJU Press video lessons is available from kindergarten through to high school. If you do want a program though that automates almost everything, there is Monarch. So with Monarch, you need to keep in mind that it only starts from grade 3 on to high school, but Monarch is a lot cheaper than BJU Press. I think it comes in at around $39 a month or $3.99 a year, as opposed to BJU Press, which can be anywhere from about $650 a year, although they have the printed workbooks, to about just over $1,000 a year, but they have accredited and unaccredited versions also. But Monarch, I love that it is especially designed for independent learning, and that means if you are a working parent and you just don't have any time to sit down with your children and do things, Monarch will automate everything for you because everything is online. There is not a piece of paper that you need to cut out or print. Again, it has the Bible and all of your other basic subjects. It has a module just for parents for tracking all of the progress that happens down to creating high school transcripts. But it doesn't cook dinner either. But the student module has all of the subjects that you'll need and Bible. There's also lots of cool electives like STEM and entrepreneurship. There's even a computing elective they can do. You can use the measly 50,000 videos to customize your child's education. And it's also got loads of video games and online quizzes kids can do too to mix up what's in the curriculum. Now, if you're not quite sure about Monarch, it does come with a 30-day free trial, so you can try before you buy. You can get this for about $39 a month, as I mentioned, and then after that you go on the monthly or a yearly fee. If you have up to 4 children, it will give it to you for cheaper every child you have. But if you have more than 4 children, you're kind of out of luck. And with Monarch, it is designed for a PC. So, unfortunately, your children won't be able to work on holidays. What a shame. But if you prefer classical, check out Veritas Press. Veritas Press offers a free consultation, so you should definitely check them out. And they're also for various states. The government is subsidizing a lot of their education. So if I were you and you are perhaps in one of those states, I'll try and link them down below. Get onto that free consult and ask if that's happening in your state, because it is a lot of money. Anyway, with Veritas Press, it's Christian and it is all online. They are an accredited provider and they're very, very good. They offer live online lessons, or you can do their pre-recorded lessons. It also have self-paced lessons, but a lot of people quite like their really independent learning online one where they're live face-to-face with teachers, and the children can also interact with classmates as well. So this is really great if you want your kids to get a bit of socialization while they're learning as well. And with this one, all parents have to do is oversee their child's assignments, their schedules, and just their student progress in general. But if you want to teach with teachers' manuals, there is also that option, but then this wouldn't be independent learning if that was what you were doing. Their live online classes or their self-paced classes are a lot more independent learning focused. So with this one, the idea is to emphasize ideas more than just rote memorizing everything that comes in their way. Students generally do a couple of classes a week and then go off and learn by themselves offline with their assignments or whatever else they're supposed to be doing. It caters to all learning styles and also has AP courses for college credit. You can also view online class sessions before you buy, but it is a bit pricey. You have to pay for each class plus materials, so it adds up a little. You also have to deal with scheduled winter, spring, summer, all of those holidays, but then they will give you a calendar so you can do that easily. But if you do want a schedule that's not so rigid, check out True North Academy. It's online with live teachers. They are very, very small classes, only a few students, so you know your child is going to learn really well because it's such a small teacher to pupil ratio. This one is based on the Judeo-Christian principles, and they look at truth, goodness, and beauty. That's the big focus in this curriculum. Classes are completely taken care of, and so all you have to do is motivate your children.
Get a move on!
And there's private tutoring if need be. But you won't have to even motivate your children that much because this course does a great job. It gets great reviews. It is definitely quite pricey, but that's because it is so focused on great learning. And with this curriculum, True North Academy, they really focus on teaching the homeschooler. This isn't just an online school which they've adapted to the homeschool environment. This is a curriculum that is adapted to the homeschool situation. Again, it offers all of your core subjects and Bible is included. They also have a really long elective list, so many different things you can study with them. Besides things like art and American Sign Language, entrepreneurship, kids can also take virtual geographical field trips to places like Africa, the Amazon, the Arctic, and the oceans. They even have executive functioning skill classes for struggling learners. learners. How about that? And with this one, the teachers are really experienced and they love to teach. Now with this one, you do pay per class, but there are bundled discounts. So if you would want to do it, you can get it much cheaper if you buy several classes at once. But this is quite an expensive homeschool curriculum. You find that if a curriculum has to invest in teachers who are going to teach live, it's going to be a lot more expensive because they have to pay every time that teacher does the class. But whereas if you buy something like Monarch or BJU Press, it's so much more affordable because they are just paying to send you the books in the mail, and all the online stuff, well, that's pretty easy to just produce over and over again. So in terms of an expensive curriculum, often they're expensive because you're getting those live teachers and your child can actually interact with the teacher and sometimes other students.
Makes sense.
As they can with True North Academy as well as Veritas Press. I also like this program because it does offer discounts if you are either in a military family or you're in ministry, perhaps you're a missionary overseas. And there also are discounts if you can get your family and your friends to join up as well. Another good thing to note about True North Academy is if you buy it, every part of the sale goes towards Blessing Bethlehem. So it's a ministry that helps poor Christians in the Palestinian area, which I love. Another one that is very, very, very affordable, the most affordable pretty much one you can get other than Easy Peasy, which is free, is, what's it called? The Robinson curriculum, that is right. So with this one, you can either get the one with a whole lot of CDs or you can get the online PDF. Now, the Robinson curriculum is a Christian curriculum. It's a massive long list, PDF list of all the different things your child will be learning, a huge book list and lots of instructions, but you just buy the PDF once and it covers all grades, all years, all subjects. So there you go. I think it only costs a couple $100, so it's pretty affordable for their whole homeschool experience. But it's not as interesting as the other curricula that I talk about here. But if you are wanting something that is affordable, the Robinson curriculum is certainly that. People a lot of the time like this curriculum, but the printing off and the dealing, it's not completely independent, but it was written so it would be independent. So your high schoolers are going to find this a lot easier to do than your younger kids are. And I've saved a really good one for last. But before we get there, would you mind hitting the like button and the subscribe button if you found this review helpful? You'll get notified when I release a new video. Aren't you lucky? I should say blessed actually, shouldn't I? Yeah, maybe. Okay, finally, Ignite Christian Academy. Now this one is by Alpha Omega Publications, just like Monarch is. Monarch is similar, very similar material, also produced by Alpha Omega Publications, but it's just all online. Ignite Christian Academy is essentially an online Christian school. And so your child is sort of more the responsibility of Ignite Christian Academy, but they can stay at home and be homeschooled. With this one, it is accredited and your kids can do school either night or day whenever they want to. It's also got placement tests so you can put your child exactly where they need to be. And with this one, I like it because the advisors create customized lesson plans. They work on their learning style to try and fit them in with that, and also their goals. They have a plan for that. Your kids get online live lessons with teachers, and they can also chat to them over phone, email, or on online meetings. There are also general high school diploma tracks and college tracks and over 65 electives. But this isn't just for high school. You can also get preschool, kindergarten, all the way through. All of the teachers have a teaching certificate or a diploma, and they will keep the records for you and will really save a lot of time. And maybe something that's the coolest of all is that ICA has actually partnered with the Oklahoma Christian University and the Arkansas State University. I just butchered that word. I'm Australian, I'm sorry.
Sorry about that.
So your kids can, anyway, they can knock out their college lessons in their high school years. Isn't that fantastic? And so they're going to be ahead of the 8 ball before they even start college. They can knock out their college lessons in their high school year. They're going to be ahead of the 8 ball before they even start college. If they're a full-time junior or senior high school student, they can earn an associate degree alongside their high school diploma. Pretty awesome. What about graduation ceremonies though? Well, ICA holds these online or they hold them in person across popular US locations or in churches. So ICA is relatively affordable. Obviously, the younger the kids, the cheaper it is, and the older the kids, the more expensive it is. But that's also because you're required to purchase more classes because kids are learning more in the higher levels. They offer monthly or yearly payments, but you can also reduce costs if your child gets a scholarship for the ICA. If you liked this review on independent curriculums, then maybe you can have a look at my video on online homeschool curriculums or Christian homeschool curriculums. Figure out what is best for you. Hope you enjoyed it.